this, friends, is a plastic bag flying around my neighborhood. Really hoping it comes down. It's just a plastic Walmart bag. I already got one when it was down, but this guy, I don't think it's gonna come down in time for me to get. Hopefully it doesn't land in a tree. Oh my gosh, friends, this is why plastic bags are a bad
Hi friends, it's Deanna Willison from Our Blooming Catholic Life, and I don't know about you, but I was horrified to watch that plastic bag take off into the atmosphere, not just blow a little. So it was one of the trash days. I live a little bit in the country, and we have 3 different trash days depending on who you contract with to pick up your trash. So it was a trash day. I dislike that whole process. I like the competitiveness, of the open market, but that means those huge garbage trucks, there's going to be 2, one for regular trash and one for recycling, come through 3 different days of the week right now. And so it's crazy, the wear and tear of the roads. Like, let's not go into that. But so it's trash day, and those plastic bags, if you don't return them to the store, lots of people put them loose. We can't recycle them where I live with our regular trash, and so you have to put them in your trash, not in your recycling. And it's usually robots who dump the truck, so if they're sitting on top, they tend to get caught by the wind and blown around. Now, we already rescued one earlier before we took that video, and it was kind of blowing low along the ground, and we were able to kind of stalk it for a little bit and then jump on it and got it when it went down in a ditch, and so the wind wasn't carrying it anymore. But that second one, we kept waiting for it to come down, and it wouldn't. In fact, we lost it to sight. I have no idea where it went. It's probably stuck in a tree somewhere. How awful. And so we wanted to come to you today and talk a little bit about what we use for bags. This is my main bag of choice. I will show you the brand name. I've been using these for years. These particular ones I've only had about a year, but off and on I've used them for years. You can see it's not small. It's maybe the same size, maybe a smidge bigger than the grocery bags. So I was going to use yarn and show you what I have in here. This is size 4 and 5 yarn. So I have 1, 2, I bought some yarn to make baby things, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had 10 skeins of yarn in there. And then what do you do? So you can see it's a little bag, and you're like, well, okay, now what do you do with it? It's not the same. This is a Chico bag. So Chico bags, if you go inside them, have a tiny bag inside them. And in fact, you just start smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. You can actually take the time and fold these nice and put them in. I never do. Okay, I used to seriously legit sit there and fold these bags so when they came out, they weren't wrinkled and they were perfect. I'm kind of over that. I just now smoosh them back in. And then there's a little drawstring here. And then I can use the carbiner and clip it on my purse. So I usually have 2 on my purse. Here's my other bag. In the trunk of my car, I have a couple more inside an insulated bag. Now, these are also great. You can get them branded if you're a company. You can get, your name branded on it as well. All kinds of stuff. These are made with something called, this is the original. There's also, it says there's a tag in here that tells us exactly what they are. Now, I've already folded this one up. Maybe I'll just look at this one. Do I see the tag? Dun, dun, dun. There's a tag inside and tells you exactly what's on it. It's certified B Corporation, whatever that means. There is a 1-year warranty. It's on the back. To recycle, send this reusable bag to us and receive good karma and a discount on your next bag. We design in California and manufacture in China to Fair Labor Association standards. It exceeds the requirements of the California 125 use law. Lab test ensure safety. Does not contain lead, cadmium, or any other heavy metals in toxic amounts. A hand wash or machine wash cold, mild soap, no fabric softener, hang to dry, and it's made of polyester. By polyester, they mean replete. Where is it repeat? One of them is the name of the company and one the name of the factory. What it is your old plastic soda bottle. So I am an iced tea drinker, and yes, I drink more iced tea out of plastic bottles than I would care to admit. I try and limit it, but I admit it is a problem I have. It is one of my main uses of plastic. I wish people would go back to putting good products in glass. We're not even leaving the house right now, so it's not like we're breaking glass. When I was a kid, I was told that's why we had to have plastic, because we were taking peanut butter to school and the peanut butter jars were breaking and it was dangerous for kids. Why did we take jars of peanut butter to school, friends? And nobody can take peanut butter into school now, so can we put our peanut butter back in glass? Glass is totally reusable. Okay, sorry, separate rant. So your plastic bottles go to a company and they're all chopped up, melted down, and they get remade into these cute little pellets. You can go to the Chico website and see this. It's kind of funny. So they make them in these little balls and then they extrude them out into fiber, and then they're made into things like these Chico bags. Chico bag. So these are ones I love. I love them because they're small and they clip on my purse, they clip on my backpack, whatever, and they're pretty darn sturdy. I've never had one break. I have had to wash them occasionally. Like, I try not to put things like chicken in them, raw chicken, but it happens sometimes, and just to be safe, I like to wash it after some kind of raw meat goes in it. I will definitely wash it. And sometimes after produce, because, you know, produce you still have to wash when you get home. They have lots of other products there if you go to Chico Bag, but this is what I wanted to talk about because it's basically the same size as a grocery t-shirt bag, right? And you hang it up on the racks the same way when you're in the store, and yet it folds down to this little tiny guy. As well, my husband does not like them because they are so flexible and so much like the plastic bags. He likes these chunky monkeys. You can see the problem here is these aren't super washable. They're more spot wash. Sorry, should have picked a better one. This is by LLBean. It is called the Boat and Tote, and it's made of canvas. Like, I don't know if it's the same canvas they use for canvas sails or what. But you can see it's sitting on my lap and it's just holding its shape. That's why he loves it. And it holds the opening, which is even more important because that's what's tough. You're trying to put stuff in, you know, you're doing the self-scan or whatever, and you're trying to put stuff in and it keeps collapsing on you. It's crazy. These guys hold up really nice. And if I had a lot of heavy things, I might be able to sort them in my little Chico bag and then stick them in here. I've done that before when it's just me shopping. You're probably saying, well, what about for an insulated bag? LLBean does as well make an insulated tote, and it does have a zipper top. You can see it's pretty nice. There's even a spot to put your name, address, and telephone number inside. And these are, I think the outside, yeah, it's 100% cotton. This is actually cotton canvas. Exclusive of decoration and leather. Yeah, it's spot clean. Mild soap, no bleach detergent, line dry. It's not recommended to wash if it's got leather on it. Wow. You can see this also really holds its shape. So I do get the advantage of these. I totally do. So it's what you're comfortable with using, especially if you're not really drinking from plastic bottles. You can use these more guilt-free, but I'm already using some plastic bottles and I feel guilty about it all the time. So using these, if you're going to drink things out of plastic bottles or use plastic containers and send them off to be recycled, you have to buy recycled products. Otherwise, what the heck are you doing? And we can talk about microplastics and contamination of that in a totally different episode because yes, we totally need to reduce the amount of plastics we're using, but those that we use, we need to recycle, and we need to figure out ways of controlling microplastics. All good topics. If you have information on that, please put it in the comments below. I'm not an expert on microplastics. It's just what I read. I don't really want to eat plastic, so yeah. Let me know what you think about that. This is just a review on a Chico bag and getting some of those really thin plastic bags out of the trees. Oh, but if you're a secular Franciscan, I have a great ministry for you. I can't do this particular one. It kills my joints. I can't do it, but I have friends that do. I'm going to put it in the description below. You can crochet or knit. I've seen people weave them. Sleeping mats for the homeless out of those plastic grocery store bags. So what my friends do is they will actually go to where other people have turned in their bags for recycling and take them out. It takes about 500 bags to make one sleeping mat for a homeless person. So that does take a lot of them out of the landfill. Now, I'm not saying please go use plastic bags, but if you use them for whatever reason and they are clean, return them, please. If they've had things like chicken in them, like please don't use them for your sleeping mats. One way you could do it is if you live in like a senior community or something, you could put up a receptacle and say clean bags only, so that people know, like if it's handled meat or whatever, please put it in the other bin where it's going to be processed with heat, chopped up and processed with heat. They need to go in a separate thing. But if you've got clean bags, there's no reason, you know, like you've carried books in them or boxes of cereal, there's no reason those can't be reused. I feel like it's more like reusing when we use them in the sleeping mats. Anyway, I'm going to put the description below. They are so great for the homeless. Shelters really do love them. They're lightweight. They've got a good comfort, a cushion to them. It gets people either up off the hot ground or up off the cold ground. So it's a little bit of insulation, as well as I think bugs don't like them, and they're super easy to just hose off and clean. So that's it. That's my rant about t-shirt plastic bags. God bless you, friends.